بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا بكم في فيديو جديد وحلقة جديدة لقناتنا English for Arabs. النهاردة إن شاء الله هناخد الجزء الأول من Unit 14 الوحدة ال 14 Interchange 1 Third Edition. هتضمن الفيديو معاني الكلمات، شرح للنص الأولاني من Unit 14، وآخر حاجة طبعا هناخدها هيبقى فيه PowerPoint Presentation لدرس الصفات والمقارنة. أما الجزء الأخير فعبارة عن الورك بوك والهوم وورك بتاعنا. Unit 14 The biggest and the best. 1. Water, sea, stream, coast, pond, coral reefs, land, continent, British continent, American continent, continent, OA, plateau, canyon, forest, land that has lots of trees, a piece of land that has lots of trees. Rainforest, tropical forest, tropical forest, P for pen, اللي بيسموها البي تقيلة. tropical forest. climate, weather, the sound, weather. storm, rain, snow, cloud, fog, British fog, American fog, country, city, town, village, beach, desert, dry sandy place, desert, ocean, river, valley, land between mountains or hills. Volcano, a mountain with a hole on top, smoke and lava come out. A mountain with a hole on top, smoke and lava come out. Waterfalls, falls. Short falls, a stream of water occurring when a river falls from a high place. So say waterfalls, a stream of water occurring when a river falls from high place. Hill, plain. 2. Geography. Quiz, short test. 3. Mountain. The deepest. Deep. 5. Hike, a long walk for pleasure. A long walk for pleasure. 6. Contestant, American contestant, American, British contestant, competitor, a person who has a contest, a competition. Unit 14 The biggest and the best. In this unit we're gonna have different words about geography. 1. Word power, geography. Label the picture with words from the list, then compare with a partner. Here you have a picture, yeah, and we try to label it. Label the picture here. You write these words from A to L in the picture. The words A, beach, desert, forest, forest, land that has a lot of trees, hell, hell, less than 1,000 meters, hell, island, land surrounded by water, lake, lake, like Nasser Lake, mountain. You know, mountain is higher than hell. Mountain is higher than hell. Mountain is more than 1,000 meters high. Ocean, ocean, Atlantic Ocean. British Atlantic Ocean. River, river, like the Nile, the Mississippi, the Amazon River, the Nile River. Valley, valley, volcano, volcano, valley, a piece of land between mountains, volcano, volcano. In volcano you have fire, a lot of fire of the volcano. Waterfall, the water occurring, the fall is occurring when the water goes from up to down, upside down. Now in this picture, can we label these words around here? A, number A, beach. This is beach. Beach, you must have water, like ocean or sea. So A, beach. B, desert. Where is the desert in this picture? Desert. Desert. B, desert. Sandy place, a sandy place. A dry sandy place. C, forest. What's forest? A piece of land that has lots of trees. Trees. So C. This is forest. C. Forest, a piece of land that has lots of trees. D. Hell. Hell, less than 1,000 meters high. Hell. Where is the hell? Hell. D. This is a hell. D. E. Island. Island. Land. Water is around it. Land which is surrounded by water. So this is an island. This is number E. E. Island. F. Lake. This is F. F. Lake. The island is in the lake. Lake such as Nasser Lake. Nasser Lake. Ismailia Lake. Mountain. Mountain. This is a hill. This is a mountain. Mountain. G. Mountain. G. This is G. Mountain. Higher. A mountain is higher than a hill. Mountain. Ocean. H. H. Ocean. Ocean. Where is the ocean? This is beach. A. But this is H. H. Ocean. H. Ocean. River. River. Where is the river? This is a river. I. River. I. River. Valley. Valley, land between mountains. This is J. J. Valley. J. Valley. Valley. J. K. Volcano. Volcano. K. Volcano. A mountain. It has a hole on top. And fire, lava, and smoke get out of the mountain. So this is lava. Lava, fire. Mountain. So this is mountain, volcano, hell. Hell, volcano, mountain. Waterfall. This is number L. This is waterfalls. Niagara waterfalls. Example, Niagara waterfalls. Again, the answers. A. B. C. D. E. E, this is E, the island, E. F, like F. G, G, mountain, G. H, ocean, H, ocean. I, river, I, a river. Valley, J, J, valley, valley. Volcano, K, K, volcano. L, L, waterfall, waterfall, L. This is L, waterfall. Number B, per work. What other geography words can you think of? Do you see any of them in the picture? Other geography words, we have different geography words, such as coast, north coast, forest, tropical forest, rainy forest, the Suez Canal, sea, the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, oasis, oasis, Siwa oasis, El Kharga oasis, El Farafra oasis. Canyon, canyon like valley, but valley bigger, canyon smaller. Canyon. Delta, delta. In Egypt we have Upper Egypt and the delta. Delta is piece of land divides. The river divides it. In Egypt here, the Nile divides the land, the delta, by Dumyat branch and Rashid branch. Delta. Bay, bay, B-A-Y, like Ni'ma Bay. Gulf, the Gulf. The Gulf, like the countries of the Gulf area. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, all of these countries are on the Gulf, the Persian Gulf, the Persian Gulf. The High Dam in Egypt. So for number B, we will give you different words with their pictures. Unit 14, the biggest and the best. The biggest and the best, Interchange 1, Unit 14, 3rd edition. Exercise 1, Part B. What other geography words can you think of? Plain, this is plain. Flatland, plain. Coast, coast, this is coast. Area next to the beach, this is shore, This is the coast. In Egypt, we have the north coast. This is the north coast. The north coast. The north coast on the Mediterranean Sea. The Suez Canal. The Suez Canal. This is the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal joins the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. The Red Sea. So this is the Red Sea. The Red Sea in Egypt. It's between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. Oasis, like Siwa Oasis. It's a piece of land in the desert. But you have life in this land. A lot of people live there. It has trees. Water. Fountains of water. Green area in the middle of the desert area. Siwa Oasis. In Siwa, there are fountains for medical therapy. If you are sick, you can travel to Siwa. A canyon, area between two mountains. An area between two mountains. Delta. This is the river Nile, and here we have the delta. This is the delta. Area of land, the river divides it. So the river divides delta by Rashid branch and Dumyat branch. And here, this is the delta. North coast. This area, the north coast. Nasser Lake. Lake, in Egypt we have Nasser Lake. Waterfall. This is the waterfall. C. Try to think of famous examples for each item in part A. So in part A here, for every word, tell me an example. Beach. Miami Beach. Rommel Beach in Marsa Matruh. Desert. Eastern Desert. The Western Desert. The Great Desert. Sahara الكبرى. Forest. Rainy forest. Tropical forest. Hell less than 1,000 meter. التل الكبير. The Great Hell in Egypt. Island, name of island. Search island. This means land, piece of land. The water around it. Island. Tiran Island. Lake. Nasser Lake. Ismailia Lake. Mountain. St. Catherine Mountain. Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. Pacific Ocean. Indian Ocean. River. The Nile. The Mississippi. The Amazon. Valley. The Nile Valley. Volcano. This is a volcano. Waterfall. Niagara Waterfalls in the USA. Niagara Waterfalls. Exercise number 2. Exercise number 2. Look at the picture. What do you see? People, where are they? They are in a restaurant. This is a chef. And what's the chef doing? The chef is serving food. Yes, the chef. Waiters. I have also waiter. Maybe he's a chef or waiter. People are eating. They're eating. They're drinking. What about those two young people? The young man is reading. He's reading in a newspaper. He's reading what? Look here. The young lady is thinking. She's thinking. She's thinking about a map. This is a map. Bogota, Quito, La Paz. Names of cities. Are they in Africa, Europe, North America? No, they're in South America. The man is reading and the young lady is thinking. Conversation. Which is larger? Listen and practice. In this exercise, let's listen first, okay? And then we're going to answer the questions.
Unit 14. The biggest and the best. Page 93. Exercise 2. Conversation. Which is larger? Part A. Listen and practice.
Here's a geography quiz in the paper.
Oh, I love geography. Ask me the questions.
Sure, first question. Which country is larger, China or Canada?
I know. Canada is larger than China.
Okay, next. What's the longest river in the Americas?
I think it's the Mississippi.
Here's a hard one. Which country is more crowded, Monaco or Singapore?
I'm not sure. I think Monaco is more crowded.
Okay, one more. Which South American capital city is the highest? La Paz, Quito, or Bogota?
Oh, that's easy. Bogota is the highest.
Conversation. Which is larger? Listen and practice. Listen and repeat. Here is a geography quiz in the paper. Quiz, short test. A small test, short test. Paper, newspaper. Oh, I love geography. Ask me the questions. مش questions. Sure. First question. Which country is larger? China or Canada? Wendy, I know. Canada is larger than China. Of course, Canada is larger in what? Surface. The surface of land. But China is larger in the number of people. Number of people, China. Surface, Canada. Oh, next. What's the longest river in the Americas? In the Americas here, it means North America and South America. North America and South America. Americas, the two Americas. I think it's the Mississippi. The Mississippi River in the USA. Here is a difficult. A difficult question. Which country is more crowded? Monaco or Singapore? Crowded, it has a lot of people. I'm not sure. I think Monaco is more crowded. Maybe Monaco City is more crowded. Okay, one more. Which South American capital city is the highest? La Paz, Quito, or Bogota? The highest means higher from the sea level. High from the sea level. Oh, that's easy. Bogota is the highest. So here we ask questions and we answer as Wendy did, but some answers are wrong. Take care that. First question, what are Wendy and Mike talking about? Mike and Wendy are talking about a geography quiz. Does Wendy like geography? Yes, she loves geography. Yes, she does. She loves geography. Which country is larger, China or Canada? Canada is larger than China. What's the longest river in the Americas? The longest river in the Americas is the Mississippi, as Wendy said. Which country is more crowded, Monaco or Singapore? Wendy thinks that Monaco is more crowded than Singapore. Which South American capital city is the highest, La Paz, Quito, or Bogota? Wendy said Bogota is the highest. B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. How many questions did Wendy get right and how many questions did Wendy get wrong? Listen. Please correct the wrong information.
Page 93. Exercise 2. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. How many questions did Wendy get right?
So let's see how you did on this quiz. The first question, which is larger, China or Canada? You said
Canada.
And you're right. Both are large, but Canada is larger. Next, what's the longest river in the Americas? You said the Mississippi. Sorry, no, it's the Amazon.
Oh, of course.
This next question I didn't know. Monaco is more crowded than Singapore.
So I got it right? I just guessed.
And finally, you said that Bogota is the highest capital city in South America.
Yeah, I remember hearing that somewhere.
Sorry, Wendy, but you're wrong. La Paz in Bolivia is the highest.
Really? Gee, I guess I didn't do so well. 2 right, but 2 wrong.
Listen again.
So let's see how you did on this quiz. The first question, which is larger, China or Canada? You said
Canada.
And you're right. Both are large, but Canada is larger. Next, what's the longest river in the Americas? You said the Mississippi. Sorry, no, it's the Amazon.
Oh, of course.
This next question I didn't know. Monaco is more crowded than Singapore.
So I got it right? I just guessed.
And finally, you said that Bogota is the highest capital city in South America.
Yeah, I remember hearing that somewhere.
Sorry, Wendy, but you're wrong. La Paz in Bolivia is the highest.
Really? Gee, I guess I didn't do so well. 2 right, but 2 wrong.
Exercise number 2, Part B. How many questions did Wendy get right? Wendy got 2 questions right and 2 questions wrong. Question number 1. Which is larger, Canada or China? Canada is larger than China. Correct. Question number 2. What's the longest river in the Americas? Wendy is the Mississippi. Wrong answer. The Amazon. The Amazon is the longest river in the Americas. Question number 3. Which country is more crowded, Monaco or Singapore? Correct. Monaco is more crowded than Singapore. Question number 4. Which South American capital city is the highest? La Paz, Quito, or Bogota? Wendy, Bogota is the highest. Wrong answer. La Paz in Bolivia is the highest. La Paz in Bolivia is the highest. 2 questions are wrong and 2 questions are right. Number 3. Grammar focus. Question number 3, grammar focus. Let's start to listen.
Page 93. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Comparisons with adjectives.
Which country is larger, Canada or China?
Canada is larger than China.
Which city has the largest population, Tokyo, Mexico City, or Sao Paulo?
Tokyo has the largest population of the 3.
What is the most beautiful mountain in the world?
I think Mount Fuji is the most beautiful.
Adjective. Comparative. Superlative.
Long. Longer. The longest.
Dry, drier, the driest.
Big. Bigger. The biggest.
Famous, more famous, the most famous.
Beautiful. More beautiful. The most beautiful.
Good, better, the best.
Bad. Worse. The worst.
Comparisons with adjectives. In this lesson, we will have comparison and superlative. You compare one, and you compare comparison between one and group. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Which country is larger, Canada or China? Canada is larger than China. So here we compare Canada and China. China and Canada. But Canada is larger than China in the surface. Which city has the largest population? Population, the number of people. Tokyo, Mexico City, or Sao Paulo? Tokyo has the largest population of the 3. So we have here, you compare between one and the group, Tokyo and Mexico City and Sao Paulo. So you have 3 cities, Tokyo, Mexico City and Sao Paulo. What is the most beautiful mountain in the world? Mount Fuji is the most beautiful. Mount Fuji is the most beautiful. So you compare between Mount Fuji, mountain, and all other mountains all over the world. Adjective, comparative, superlative. Comparative, comparison between one and one. So you make a comparison between 2. Superlative, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and group. Long, longer, the longest. Dry, the adjective ends with Y, and there is a consonant before the Y sound, the Y, so it's not a vowel. Vowels A, E, I, O, U, but here we have R. Dry, drier, the driest. Dry, drier than the driest. Y becomes I, and we add ER. Drier, driest, I-E-S-T. So we delete Y, we omit Y, we remove Y, and we put I-E-R or I-E-S-T. Big, bigger, the biggest. Big, bigger, double G. The biggest, double G, E-S-T. Here, there is vowel before the last letter. The last letter is G. And before the G, we have I. We have a vowel. Vowel A, E, I, O, U. So we double the last letter. Big, bigger. The biggest. Famous. More famous. The most famous. Famous, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Most of time, we use more and most with adjectives that have more than 6 letters. 6 letters and more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is number 1. Number 2, in this adjective, you will find 2 vowels. 2 separate vowels. At least 2 separate vowels. Like fe, this is A. Mas, and here we have O. And they are separate. They are not next to each other. Famous. A and O-U-S. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. More beautiful. The most beautiful. Beautiful. You have here vowels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vowels. Yes. So this adjective has a lot of vowels. Beautiful. More beautiful. The most beautiful. Irregular adjectives do not follow the rule. An adjective good should be what? Gooder, E-R, goodest. But no. Here in the adjective good, better, the best. Better. T soft D and R, better. The best. Bad, worse, the worst. Bad, worse than, the worst. Again, we're going to explain this in this PowerPoint presentation. Adjectives. 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 Why do we use adjectives? We use adjectives to describe. Describe, give details. Describe people, animals, things, anything. Buildings, cars, mobiles. Example. Ahmed is short. Ali is tall. Elephants are big. BMW is expensive. So, how can we make a sentence with adjective? You have here is, are. So you have subject, is, are, plus adjective. Ahmed is a short boy. Ahmed is a short boy. Short boy. Ali is a tall boy. Elephants are big animals. Elephants are big animals. BMW is an expensive car. BMW is an expensive car. Here I can put adjective, tall, big, expensive, plus noun, boy, animals, car. Singular, like boy or car, I can put a and adjective plus a singular noun. Singular noun, one. A tall boy, one boy who is tall, a tall boy. An expensive car, one car which is expensive. Comparative and superlative adjective. When do you use comparison? The usage of comparative. We use comparative to compare one thing or one person, one action with another. So we use comparison to compare between two, one and one. Example, she's taller than me. She's taller than me. London is more expensive than Rome. London is more expensive than Rome. So here, taller than, I make comparison, I compare London and Rome. Why do you use superlative? Usage of superlative, we use superlatives to compare somebody or something with the whole group. Example, she's the tallest in the class. It's the most expensive hotel in the world. It's the most expensive hotel in the world. The question is, how can we make this comparison? What is the rule? To make comparative adjectives, you're going to have what? Small adjective. 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. So number 1, you can count the letters. 3, 4, 5, 6. Most of time, less than 6 letters. The country is safe. And then you put what? ER. I have here another E, and then so we put only R. The country is safer than the city. So here we have small adjective, ER, than. The city is more expensive than the country. The country here means the countryside, villages. So how can I form this? More big adjective. What mean big adjective? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 letters. A lot of letters. Plus than. Another thing here, that the small adjective will have only one vowel. Okay? The big adjective, 2 vowels in separate parts. Like expensive, E vowel, E, I. 3 vowels here. The 4 is silent. But safer, safe, S-A-F and E is silent. So we have only one vowel. The superlative adjective. The superlative adjectives write the small adjective 3, 4, 5, 6 letters plus est. Ahmed is the tallest in the class. Ahmed is the tallest student in the class. The most plus big adjective 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters. Very big adjective, more than 6 letters. She's the most beautiful girl. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 letters. This is big adjective. We have also here vowels. E-A-U, B-U. Here we have T-I and U. So I have vowels here, another vowel I, a third area we have full U. So here we have more than 2 vowels. This is why I use the most. The most interesting movie is على باب الوزير. The most exciting play is مدرسة المشاغبين. So مدرسة المشاغبين is the most exciting play. Irregular adjective. Some adjectives are irregular. They don't follow the rule. We don't put er or est. Good. I should say gooder and goodest, but no. Good, better than, the best. Bad, worse than, the worst. Far, further than, the farthest. Again, good, better than, the best. Bad, worse than, the worst. Far, farther than, the farthest. If the adjective ends with y, busy, y, noisy, dry, we do what? Busy, busier, IER. We cross y and then we add ER, busier. Busier than, the busiest, IEST. Noisy, noisier, IER. Noisier, noisiest. Dry, drier than, the driest. These are adjectives that ends in y. So, in case of having an adjective that ends in y, you will change y into I. We'll change the y into I and we'll put ER or EST. What about if the adjective ends with a consonant and there is vowel before it, like beg? Before the last letter, I, hot, O, wet, E. Beg, bigger than, the biggest. Hot, hotter than, the hottest. Wet, wetter than, the wettest. So here we double the last letter, like double G, bigger, hotter, double T, wetter, double T, biggest, double G, hottest, double T, wettest, double T. Question number 3. Grammar focus. Part A. Complete questions 1 to 4 with comparatives and questions 5 to 8 with superlatives. Then ask and answer the questions. In this exercise, from number 1 to number 4, use ER than, adjective ER than, or more, adjective than. From 5 to 8, superlative. Comparison between one and group. Comparison between one and group. So, in the second part of the exercise, we'll make a comparison between one and group. So, you will put the, adjective, EST, or the most, plus adjective. One minute, try to answer alone. 1. Which country is Monaco or Vatican City? Small. Small? Smaller. Which country is smaller? Monaco or Vatican City? Smaller. 1. Smaller. 2. Which waterfall is Niagara Falls? High? ER, higher. Which waterfall is higher? Niagara Falls or Angel Falls? Which waterfall is higher? Niagara Falls or Angel Falls? 3. Which city is Hong Kong or Cairo? Crowded. 3. Which city is more crowded? More crowded. Hong Kong or Cairo? Number 3. More crowded. 4. Which lake is the Caspian Sea or Lake Superior? The Caspian Sea or Lake Superior. Which lake is larger? The Caspian Sea or Lake Superior. 5. Which is mount? Which is the highest? Which is the highest? Mount means mountain, like Mount Everest. This is Mountain Everest. Mount Fuji, Mountain Fuji. 6. What is river in the world? The Nile or the Amazon? What is the longest? What is the longest river in the world? The Nile or the Amazon? 7. Which city is Tokyo, Moscow, or Hong Kong? Which city is the most expensive? Which city is the most expensive? Tokyo, Moscow, or Hong Kong? So 7, the most expensive. 8. What is ocean in the world? The Pacific or the Atlantic? So here you make comparison between two, but you talk about the whole world. There's the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean. So what is the deepest ocean in the world? What is the deepest ocean in the world? What is the deepest ocean in the world? The Pacific or the Atlantic? So number 8, the deepest. Number 7, the most expensive. Again the answers. 1, smaller. 2, higher. 3, more crowded. 4, larger. 5, the highest. 6, the longest. 7, the most expensive. 8, the deepest. B, class activity. Write 4 questions like those in part A about your country or other countries, then ask your questions around the class. So in number B here, you write a question, you make a question about your country, about Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates. Example, if you said, which city is more crowded, Cairo or Alex? Cairo is more crowded than Alex. Which country is larger, Egypt or Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia is larger than Egypt. Saudi Arabia more than 2 million kilometers. Egypt 1 million kilometers. The surface of Egypt is 1 million kilometers. Which country has the biggest number of population? Egypt or Saudi Arabia? Egypt. Egypt has the biggest number of population. In the Arab world, Egypt has the biggest number in the population. Egypt is the country number 1. Egypt is more crowded than Saudi Arabia. Egypt is more crowded than Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. Egypt is the most crowded country in the Arab world. Egypt is the most crowded country in the Arab world. What is the best city in Egypt? Marsa Matruh, Alexandria, or Sharm el-Sheikh? Sharm el-Sheikh is the best city in Egypt. Sharm el-Sheikh is the best city in Egypt. Exercise number 4, pronunciation. Questions of choice. Listen to the intonation in questions of choice, then practice the questions in part A of exercise 3 again. So here in this question, we have questions of choice. You choose between 2 or 3 things. So we use or. A or B, A, B or C. So use like A or B or A, B or C. Listen.
Page 94. Exercise 4. Pronunciation. Questions of choice. Listen to the intonation in questions of choice. Then practice the questions in Part A of Exercise 3 again.
Which city is bigger, Bangkok or Beirut?
Which country is the most interesting? Korea, Brazil, or Greece?
Listen again.
Page 94. Exercise 4. Pronunciation. Questions of choice. Listen to the intonation in questions of choice. Then practice the questions in Part A of Exercise 3 again.
Which city is bigger, Bangkok or Beirut?
Which country is the most interesting? Korea, Brazil, or Greece?
Again.
Which city is bigger, Bangkok or Beirut?
Which country is the most interesting? Korea, Brazil, or Greece?
In this exercise, which city is bigger, Bangkok or Beirut? You have question of choice. You choose between A or B. So before or, sound is up. After or, sound is down. Bangkok or Beirut? Which city is bigger, Bangkok or Beirut? Before or, sound is up. After or, sound is down. Which country is the most interesting, Korea, Brazil, or Greece? So sound here up, up, or down. Which country is the most interesting, Korea, Brazil, or Greece? Sound is up, or sound is down. Before or, sound is up. After or, sound is down. Exercise number 5. Speaking. Our recommendations. Recommendations, advice, pieces of advice, tips. Tips doesn't mean here to give tips, money, no. Tips, pieces of advice. Here. Group work. Imagine these people are planning to visit your country. Molly, Rod, and Teresa are visiting Egypt or Saudi Arabia. Okay? What would they enjoy doing? Agree on a recommendation for each person. For everyone, give him an advice. Give him a recommendation. Give a recommendation to everyone. Molly. So here, what would they enjoy doing? Agree on a recommendation for each person. Molly. What does Molly like? I really like quiet places. Quiet, not noisy. Where I can relax. Hike to walk for a long time. And enjoy the views. And see different wonderful places. I can't stand big crowds. I don't like big crowds. When the place is crowded, I don't like this. I don't like to go in a place which is crowded and full of people. So, for Molly should go to because it has the best views in the country and it's very quiet. In Egypt, Molly should go to Sharm el-Sheikh because it has the best views in the country and it's very quiet. In Sharm el-Sheikh, Molly can relax. Molly can hike every day. Molly can walk on the beach. For a long time she can hike. Molly gonna enjoy the views in Charm, in Hurghada. Rod, Mr. Rod, I love to eat in nice restaurants, go dancing, and stay out late at night. I don't like small towns. Mr. Rod doesn't like small towns. He loves to eat in restaurants, go dancing. Mr. Rod should go to Cairo. In Cairo, there are a lot of nice restaurants and nightclubs for going dancing or for dancing, and nightclubs for dancing. He can't stay out late at night because Cairo is a sleepless city. The people do not sleep in Cairo. 3. Teresa. What about Teresa? My favorite activity is shopping. I love to buy gifts to take home. I don't like modern shopping malls. Teresa likes shopping. She loves to buy gifts, presents, souvenirs to take home, to take the souvenirs to her country. Teresa doesn't like modern shopping malls. She doesn't like to go for modern shopping malls like Mall of Arabia in Egypt, in Cairo, in 6th of October, Mall of Arabia, City Center, Carrefour. So she doesn't like shopping in malls. Teresa should go to Khan al-Khalili because it has the best souvenirs in Egypt. In Khan al-Khalili you can buy wonderful gifts and souvenirs, wonderful antiques. And she can take them home. In Khan al-Khalili you have small studios. In Khan al-Khalili you have great souvenirs and the prices are reasonable. Sharm. Molly should go to Sharm el-Sheikh because in Sharm el-Sheikh you can go hiking, you can relax, you can have fun. Sharm el-Sheikh is a beautiful city. It's on the Red Sea. Teresa can go to Khan al-Khalili. In Khan al-Khalili in Cairo, in Egypt, she can buy different souvenirs, gifts, presents. We have wonderful antiques and souvenirs in Khan al-Khalili. It's a great place for shopping and for buying wonderful souvenirs. Exercise number 6. 3 people are on a television game show. Listen and check through the correct answers. In this exercise, we will have different people and they have a game show. They will answer different questions and then you choose the correct answer, like the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, or the Panama Canal.
Page 94. Exercise 6. Listening. Game show. 3 people are on a TV game show. Listen and check the correct answers.
Our contestants this evening are Jack, Susan, and Jonathan. And now, contestants, let's get right to our first question. Question number 1. Which is the oldest, the Statue of Liberty the Eiffel Tower, or the Panama Canal? Jack?
The Statue of Liberty is the oldest. They built it in 1886. They didn't build the Eiffel Tower until 1889 and the Panama Canal until 1914.
That's correct.
Listen again.
Which is the oldest, the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, or the Panama Canal? Jack?
The Statue of Liberty is the oldest. They built it in 1886. They didn't build the Eiffel Tower until 1889 and the Panama Canal until 1914.
That's correct. Question number 2.
Question number 1. First of all, who are the contestants? The contestants are Jack, Jenison, and Susan. The first question. Which one is the oldest? The Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, or the Panama Canal? The Statue of Liberty is the oldest. The Statue of Liberty was built in 1886. The Eiffel Tower 1889, and the Panama Canal was built in 1940. So the Statue of Liberty 1886. Question number 2.
What is the tallest building in the world? Is it Taipei 101, the Jinmao building in Shanghai, or the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur? Susan.
The Taipei 101 building is the tallest.
That's right.
Question number 2. What is the tallest building? Taipei 101, the Jinmao building in Shanghai, the Petronas Tower in Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur is the capital city of Malaysia. The Taipei 101 is the highest, is the tallest. So the tallest building is Taipei 101. Question number 3.
Question number 3. Which is the heaviest? A pound of gold, a pound of butter, or a pound of feathers? John.
This question for you. Which is the heaviest? A pound of gold, a pound of butter, a pound of feathers? Of course, you know gold, butter like Amira butter, النخلتين butter, روابي butter. We make butter from milk. Feathers, the bird is covered with feathers. So, which one is the heaviest? A pound. The word pound here doesn't mean Egyptian pound. No. Pound, a measure of weight. Like in 1 kilogram you have 3 pounds, for example. So a pound is a measure of weight. So which is the heaviest? Can you answer?
They all weigh the same.
Yes. Question.
They all weigh the same. They have the same weight. They are equal. Listen again to exercise number 3.
Shanghai or the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur? Susan.
The Taipei 101 building is the tallest.
That's right. Question number 3. Which is the heaviest? A pound of gold, a pound of butter, or a pound of feathers? Jonathan.
They all weigh the same.
Yes. Question number 4. Which country is the largest? The U.S., China, or Canada? Nobody knows? Does anybody want to guess? Jack.
China is the largest.
Nope, sorry.
Oh, shoot.
Jonathan.
Canada is the largest.
Correct.
Question number 4. What is the largest country? The USA, China, or Canada. Canada is the largest country. Canada is the largest country in the surface. المساحة, not the number of people. Of course, China is the largest country in the number of people, in population. Question number 5.
Number 5. Which country has the largest population? India, Russia, or China? Susan.
China is the largest.
Very good.
Which country has the largest population? Population, the number of people. India, Russia, or China? China has the largest population. China has the largest number of people. Question number 6.
Question number 6. Which is the smallest? Australia, Argentina, or Brazil? Susan.
Argentina is the smallest of the three.
That's right. Okay, contestants, the winner.
Which is the smallest? Australia, Argentina, or Brazil? Argentina is the smallest of the three. Homework. Homework, you will answer 3 pages of the workbook. Also, you can go to www.cambridge.org/interchange-arcade/. Yes, this is the website of the book in Cambridge. This is Unit 14, the biggest and the best. You click it like that, and then you have geography, okay, and then questions with how. You try to have fun, like geography. This is a geography quiz. You will have some games. Guess the words geography. Okay, here you have the time, the item. You try to guess a word, and this word has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. A geography word that has 7 letters. He's gonna give you a hint. What's a hint? Hawaii is famous for its enormous active called Moanaloo. Then you choose the answer here. Hawaii. So what's Hawaii famous for? Then you write the answer. If you write wrong answer, okay, the program will give you the correct answer and you can try again. Okay? So let's have, for example, any answer. If I write the word, okay, any word like island, for example, which means I. Just write one word. Interchange 1 video. Interchange 1 Unit 14 video. Yes, you have different websites. Yes. But of course, we hope if there is a website for Cambridge. Okay. So let's have anyone. This is the video. You start to watch it. About Interchange, 3rd edition, level 1, unit 14. Here level 1 doesn't mean level 1 to 3. No, it means the book number 1, unit 14. You're gonna have a video about our unit. The video is for 3 minutes only. about 3 minutes only. This is the video. You watch it different times. It's around the world, so it's about geography. Wish you all good luck. That's the end of the first part of Unit 14. Good luck to you.